Friends, it's Nick with the Whip Shop. I hope you're doing very well. And it's that exciting time of the year again. The 2024 Los Angeles Whip Convention is just around the corner, a little over 30 days from the very moment that I'm filming this video right now. And this is the 7th annual convention. We've been doing this for 7 years. I'm so excited to see all of you. I just want to go over a little bit of the information here, some of the competitions, etc. So it's going to be held at McCambridge Park in Burbank, California on January 6th, 2024. And competitions are open to all ages, $20 to enter. Sign up starts at 10 a.m. And if you want to skip me rambling on about this stuff, there is a couple of links in the description of this video that takes you straight to the event pages for these events. But I'll keep talking about it. Hopefully you'll join me here. Competition list. These are competitions that we've seen over the years. Speed and accuracy, double whip freestyle, single whip freestyle, bull whip fast draw, which is a personal favorite of mine. And here's a new one. Really excited about this. Whip obstacle course. And it's exactly as it sounds. It's an obstacle course. There's going to be a line of people. Everybody lines up. They got their whip. There's going to be all these little tasks that you have to complete. You have to execute with the whip, such as cutting targets, such as wrapping, so on and so forth. And if you can cleanly execute all those little tasks, you have a higher chance of placing in that competition. So that's a new one. Really excited to see how that one goes. In addition to all of these performing competitions, once again, there's going to be a whip making competition. And this year, myself and my good friend Johnny Ogren, who I'm sure you all are familiar with, we are both hosting the whip making competition, and Johnny and I are going to be the judges. Real quick, I wanted to show you guys these beautiful prizes that Johnny has all ready for us. Johnny had these made in Sweden. As you can see here, we have some beautiful artwork by Mr. Todd Rex. Little kangaroo with a whip. And the second and third place prizes. Really nice. These look awesome, Johnny. So I have some information on the whip making competition for this year. So sign up for the whip making competition is on the same day as the main event, January 6th, and sign up is at 10 a.m. So when you go to sign up for all of the performing competitions, at the same time while you're signing up for those, you can enter your whips that you're entering into the whip making competition. And it's $10 per whip you enter, and awards will be at noon. So there's a synthetic whip division and a leather whip division. Now each person who's entering the whip making competition can enter a maximum of 2 whips, 1 leather, 1 synthetic, or you could of course do one. You know, you're just a leather whip maker, just enter a leather whip. Same goes for synthetic. $10 per $10 per entered whip. So all whip styles are welcome, provided that the minimum length is 4 feet. So we don't want to see anything that's shorter than 4 feet. So a maker can enter one or both divisions, 1 whip per division, and the whip must have been made within the past year. If you own a whip by another whip maker, this is something kind of cool. You can enter that whip into the competition on that whip maker's behalf, as long as the whip was made, once again, within the past 12 months and has not been entered and placed into another competition outside of Los Angeles Whip Convention. If you are a maker who wishes to enter the competition without attending in person, you need to make arrangements with someone who is attending the Los Angeles Whip Convention so that they can enter that whip for you. And this is something really neat. If you have a friend from Japan, from Australia, another country, or even another state within the United States that cannot make it to Los Angeles for the whip convention, simply have them mail you their whip, and then when you show up, you can enter that whip for them. And this is just really neat because it allows people who just, maybe they can't find the time, maybe they can't afford the tickets to get there, to participate in the whip making competition. So whips will be judged 50% on how they perform and 50% on appearance, for example, craftsmanship, overall quality, cosmetics, creativity, etc. To increase your chances of placing, both the functions and appearances need to be on point. So for example, a whip that looks fantastic but lacks in cracking ability might receive a lower total score than a whip that looks really good and cracks really good. So really want to make sure if your whip looks good, that it also cracks well. So I almost forgot to mention that there are going to be prizes in the form of either whips or whip-related items for all of the performing competitions. So I'll be donating a whip, and many other whip makers are also going to be donating items and completed whips as prizes. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys. So I hope you could all make it. I know I've said this many times before on this channel as well as on the podcast. If you are just getting into whips, if you love whips, if I don't know how else to say it, if you're a beginner in this craft, this art form, whatever you want to call it, I personally think the Los Angeles Whip Convention is the best place in the world for you as a beginner, because there's a whole bunch of people that are going to be there who have been making whips for, longer than I've been alive. People who have been cracking whips. You'll see some things that you never thought were possible with both whip making and whip cracking. So I'm going to be bringing a lot of my tools, my whole tool bag. So if you need a cracker replacement, a fall or whatever you need to repair on your whip, you're welcome to use all of my tools. In addition, if you have any little questions about whip making, pull me aside. I am more than happy to talk to you. And it's just a great place to be with like-minded people. Another huge thank you to Adam Winrich for putting this whip convention together. Thanks for doing this, man. This is always a big highlight of my year. And if you're thinking about coming, you won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed. So that being said, thanks for watching, and I will see you all hopefully in Los Angeles.